Hi there YouTube, it's me, Morrissey America, and in this video I'll be talking about how to use S-Class Abilities when it comes to affixing. It's going to be sweet, it's going to be short, and it's going to be easy. I'm going to emphasize on one point heavily, so there will be time skips in the description if you are able to understand what I'm getting at after a certain while. If you don't, then yeah, you're going to watch it through. However, understand that before you watch this video, you need to watch a couple of my videos, which is the Affixing playlist one, just to give you guys a gist to what I'm getting at. The biggest one you need to know out of that one is the Upslotting one. You need to see that one before you watch this one. Also, you also want to watch the video talking about what is S-Class Abilities, because I explain how to unlock them and stuff. Secondly, I also going to emphasize on the how to read your new type weapons and units, and how to tell if it's an old type or new type and all that jazz. So look at those videos upper right hand corner or in the description. With that being said, let's get right into it. So when it comes to upslotting, here's the thing. It's going to be 100% guaranteed of a transfer. So if I decide to select all these S abilities and select all these random junk abilities, you can see that it's transferable. It's like a free ability right there. It's like a mini pot that is for free. So you cannot mess this up. I already talked about how to actually pop one of those and how to put it on your thing and how to read it. Look, this is pretty much most of the video right here. It's easy. However, I do need to emphasize on this point. When it comes to S-Class Abilities, let's say, for example, I decide to make this into a 6 slot, or 7 slot, excuse me, not 6 slot. Meaning that it only has 7 abilities, and I want to try to upslot this. This is extremely important to know too, but when it comes to doing this upslot, you realize that these S-Class Abilities are still at a goddamn 100%. Everything else is a bit questionable because it's low, but S-Class Abilities are still at 100%. If you know where I'm getting at, good on ya. If you haven't figured it out yet, let me emphasize on this point. This is already at 100%, so if I decide to do it, it might go horribly wrong. However, you can see that 3 of these abilities are still transferable, and they are still there, and they are just holding the slots. Okay, maybe that should hint at it. You guys got it? Nope? Alright, so pretty much what I'm saying is that this thing will be able to save some slots for you. Cause the thing is, if I didn't decide to go for an S ability, let me put some random junk in here. Let me put some fevers instead, and what is it? Yeah, let me put some fevers instead. Let me go with this. Let me go with this. Actually, no, I don't need just fevers. I need some other stuff. Let's go with power 1, technique 1. I should have prepped this beforehand, but I didn't realize I was going to do this sort of thing. So okay, I have a bunch of random abilities now. So if I decide to select all this random junk and try to get it to an 8 slot, for example, you can see that everything is at 30%. Try to do that, I got 3 of them in that one. I only got 2 in that one. 3. Now obviously you can increase your chance with a success booster and do it on like a boost week, and let's say it's a 10%. But still, that's the problem. You got 30%, and that's not good enough. So if I use this, let's say I have a boost, and let's say I got that 10%, and I decide to actually use this S-Class ability, and I decide to do this, I have a higher chance to actually stay there or get it all to work, as you just saw on the screen. Pretty much, these S-Class abilities can be used as placeholders. Now, here's a giant issue with the weapons and units. They might not have a bunch of S-Class abilities you can put onto them, which is why this might be a bit icky to use. However, I would rather take the risk of just putting one random S-Class ability on something, so I could try to get it to further slots if I want to. So, just having this alone, for example, that's a guaranteed 100 right there. That's going from a 1 slot to a 2 slot. And then, using the same thing to get from a 2 slot to a 3 slot, yes, the percentages change, but at the very least, I still got one at 100%. Same with this one. Not at 100%, but easily boostable by like, excuse me, let me get rid of that boost. That boost was toying around with the thing. I can easily pop a 30%. Same thing with this one. Now this might be skewed to 40, but pop a 30, and if it's a boost week 10, you got an easy 100. And then the further you go, the better. Well, one, you're gonna have to tackle the goddamn what is it, Upslot cost, which will continue to decrease your numbers. But hey, the plus side is this: you got one ability that is a guarantee to transfer out 100. Yeah, that didn't transfer well. That didn't transfer well. Hey, look, the third time it did work. Now, is this a good way to go about it? Not really, but at the same time, you'll increase your chances at the very least. Because the more times you try to get a certain weapon that you have to a certain slot number, you want to minimize the RNG chance, and this is how you can do it. You can't use a SAF to help you, because the SAF will get tampered with the upslot penalty. There's no other abilities that can literally do what the S-Class ability can do, which is be a placeholder and be that 100%. Now, if the weapon or unit in itself cannot have S-Class ability, then you're gonna have to do what you gotta do, which is to go through this BS. And that's it for this video. That's all I wanted to that's all I wanted to emphasize on and just stress out, because not a lot of people actually know about this. Maybe some people do, but at the same time, it's giving you an option, giving you some insight on how you can use S-Class abilities when it comes to affixing. So that's it. Yep, pretty short. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Understand that when it comes to certain S-Class abilities, you can get them through the quest or through having a plus 35 weapon. You can check in the description. It has all the information for that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.